Everyone, welcome back to the channel. Mark here with the Crypto Mark. Let's talk some Cardano in this video. We're going to be talking ADA, all right? And ADA is one of those cryptos, guys, that a lot of people have been talking about in not the direction that we've been wanting to hear, okay? A lot of people think that Cardano is going to zero. I don't really understand that. That's not an April Fool's joke. Somebody actually believes that Cardano is going to zero, but we are looking at Cardano trading hands right now at 63 cents, and we've been kind of hovering around very, very nicely. We have a firm support line right there at around 61 cents. And Cardano, in the recent pump that we got with Bitcoin over 70K, getting to 76 cents. So ADA is one where let's just hang in there, guys. Let's just hang in there on that one. There's no reason to jump to the gun. If you've been holding Cardano like me, you've obviously held it for quite some time. And it's one where we all know it's not going anywhere. So that's kind of what I want to talk to you guys about in this video. And this is important because as a Cardano holder, you have to really know both sides of the coin, pun intended. And I want to talk to you guys about why a huge person within Cardano believes that Cardano has a Achilles heel. And we're going to get into some comments, some posts where we're going to break those thoughts down. And then at the end of this video, I'll give you guys my thoughts on your way out. So let's get down into it. Make sure you all subscribe down below as well. And please remember, this is not financial advice. So always do your own homework and due diligence, okay? But let's look at the chart briefly. This is a trading view, okay? And this is one where we're talking about this level. And this is a nice consolidation pattern that we've seen. Cardano's just waiting for that next move, right? And unfortunately, they're not really paving their own way. And that's kind of where I would lend towards my beef is they need to start doing things on their chain that's going to make Cardano do their own thing, okay? We can't just wait for the next big catalyst within Bitcoin, the next big crypto breaking news. We need to do something in our own direction, okay? And where ADA sets the bar, similar to what Solana did last year, okay? And yes, it is a longer play. It is something where I'm in with ADA for the long term, and I understand your guys' concerns where sometimes you think that I want to make a quick buck on Cardano, and that is just simply not the case. I just think that if we can get more and more people into it, I think it would give a lot of people some motivation to start unveiling some of the things that Cardano can actually do well, okay? Instead of all the FUD that we hear on a day-to-day basis that I really can't get down with, okay? But this is coming from a key Cardano contributor, and we're going to talk about what they believe is the Achilles heel for ADA. Now, this is coming from Rick McCracken, talking about the argument around Cardano's faltering market strategy, okay, and this is something where, like I said, it's not sexy. It's not the flashy play within crypto. But conversely, that's kind of why I invested in the first place. I thought they were more of a sleeping giant back at those levels where, you know, you looked at Cardano as a top 10 crypto, and from a price perspective, they weren't like that explosive large cap crypto that everybody was drooling over, right? They had their own thing going on. But that's where we're seeing McCracken talking about their innovation liquid staking, but however, they lag behind Ethereum in terms of adoption and recognition, okay? So we all know it, right? The engineering, research, and marketing stuff, that's all stuff that we can get down with, right? We all know that. We all know what their roadmap looks like. We all know about the success that they've been having. But the marketing has really been ineffective. They don't care, right? They don't care. They don't want to be that flashy crypto you see advertisements for and flashy things on Twitter. It's none of that. It's just Charles Hoskinson talking on a live stream every once in a while, letting you guys know what's up. That's about the extent of it, okay? So outside of a huge groundbreaking merger or partnership or collaboration, there's really nothing that's going to move the envelope in that direction to this point. But this is where we're seeing McCracken go on about Ethereum being adopted because the Cardano marketing strategy, or lack thereof, has failed to penetrate the larger blockchain industry and media, okay? And that's kind of what we're getting into. And if you want to check out that actual post on X, here's the handle. Check it out because there's actually a visual where he gets into what an actual example would be in this regard, but I'm not going to do that because I obviously know what it is, and I think you guys know as well. So this is where, like, I continue to compare it to Solana, not from an innovation, from a development, not from a technology standpoint, but more so just in the fact that these are two top 10 cryptos. We're going to compare them to each other. They're sitting right next to each other in terms of being on that top 10 list. And despite Solana, at $200 and having probably the best run of any crypto over the past 365 days, and we look at that year-over-year metric, and they definitely are shining bright, okay? But this is where you look to see this competitive crypto basically sphere, if you will. It's really starting to heat up. We get closer to Bitcoin halving. We need to have some more attention to what Cardano's doing, right? Maybe just that's what I'm getting to, is we need to have more of an emphasis away from the whole narrative, hey, Charles, let's try to get flashy with it. Let's try to get, some celebrities, maybe something like that. Maybe just attract more people into Cardano that we can see a little bit of a bump. Because with what they're doing, there really is no exception. I'd like to see more projects, outside of SNEC on Cardano actually get some time in the spotlight. It's unfortunate because there are a lot of good ones, and people just can't hear about them. They don't even know about them, and they're too busy on other blockchains trading to make a buck. But with what Solana is doing from a technological and innovative standpoint is something that sets them apart. But I do agree with McCracken in the light that we need to let other people know. Okay, and that's what I think that they could be doing better. He views it as an Achilles heel. I don't think it really matters to that extent. An Achilles heel is kind of like a condemnation of what they're actually doing, and they are doing a lot of good stuff. So I don't want to go that far, but this is where we're seeing consistently change in the markets. We're seeing consistently evolution of blockchains, and Cardano doesn't get a free pass. They need to keep up. It's a competitive world out there, and that's just what I want to see. I want to see them be more competitive in the crypto landscape. So I wanted to give you guys my thoughts about ADA and go into these comments. Make sure you guys all are subscribed down below. I appreciate you guys rock with me on the channel. A lot of you guys have been watching my Cardano content for quite some time, so I really do appreciate you because we cover it every single day here on the channel, and this is one where we're not going to stop doing that. So make sure you guys all subscribe. Check out my links down below in the description if you want to get onboarded with a couple exchanges that I'm sponsored by. It really is a good way if you want to get traded on leverage. Check out what we have going on with Margex or Spot Exchange within BidFi. Links down below with some sign-up bonuses. So I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.